How are you? This is Dr. Leslie Rogers with Mental Health Talk. Tonight's episode, I'm going to do something special. I'd like to recognize a nonprofit organization. And tonight we have with us the president and founder, Michael Morgan. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Dr. Rogers? I'm doing
Good,
good. Doing
good.
good. Doing good.
Thank
Glad to
you.
be here.
Thank you so much for coming. So I'll tell a little bit about you um, really quickly. Michael Morgan is the founder of A Few Good Mentors, a nonprofit organization for youth and men and males. Since 2019, Michael Morgan has been leading his nonprofit organization, again called A Few Good Mentors, as he saw a need for experienced men to mentor to younger men in Northern Virginia. He and his wife, Tamika, lives in Gainesville, Virginia, and they're active members of their community and church. And they recently opened a second chapter for A Few Good Mentors. Is it a second or third chapter?
It's the second chapter. We have one in Northern Virginia and then Hampton Roads.
Okay, awesome. So thank you again for coming. I do want to recognize you for giving back to the community and especially our kids and our males, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, so can you tell us a little bit about A Few Good Mentors?
So, A Few Good Mentors. First of all, thank you again. I really do appreciate you taking the time doing this. But A Few Good Mentors is basically we are here to mentor to young men. We have experienced mentors who have a vast life experience, and we think and we believe that all men should reach back and help younger men, especially the youth, in helping them develop today. And so that's our goal. We're here one on one to meet the young men in our community, and hopefully throughout the country eventually. So we're just trying to, alleviate some of the issues that's going on with youth today.
Yeah. And where are you located?
So we're located in Northern Virginia. We have a chapter in Gainesville, Virginia. And like you just stated, we have another one in Hampton Roads. But we were founded right in Prince William County, Virginia. We have mentors in Fairfax. We actually have one in Maryland, but we're still trying to get into Maryland and DC. So if you know anybody out there who's interested, we're definitely looking for mentors and mentees in those areas.
Absolutely. And at the end, I'm going to give you a chance to shout out and get people to come on board and read about you. So you'll give out your information.
Yeah.
In your bio, you mentioned that your father was a huge support system for you. And what was that an influence to open up this nonprofit or?
Yeah, absolutely. My both of my parents were fantastic. I mean, I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and back in the 70s and 80s growing up, there was always a lot of things going on, just like there are today. And you really need someone to model good behavior after. And that was my father, my mother too, and my next door neighbor, Chucky. He was like a big brother to me and my brother as well. So, but my father definitely, and in fact, we kicked off our organization on October 1st, 2019, which is also his birthday. And to honor him, we started the organization on that date.
Yeah. When I hear you talk about this organization, it sounds similar to Big Brothers and
Yeah,
Big Sisters. What is it similar?
very similar. And when I started A Few Good Mentors, I actually had been volunteering with Big Brother, Big Sister for about 3 to 4 years. And so, but it was always a need for male mentors. It was always a need for that. And the lady that was managing the chapter in the DC area, she would try to give me like two or three young youth to mentor to. And, from talking to her, I came up with a plan of how we can mentor to young men, because that was the biggest gap right there, was like male mentors mentoring to other young men. And so that's kind of how I got started. And so we are very, very similar to big brother, big sister. There are some distinct differences as well, but we are very similar to big brother, big sister.
Yeah. What differentiates you, your organization, from Big Brothers?
Yeah, and so the main thing that differentiates us is our faith, and we are Christian men. You do not have to be a Christian to join our organization, but we believe that's a core value of ours is to have that. And so our faith and the fact that we are really adamant to have good security in our organization. So we do background checks on our mentors, uh, 4 hours of training, and we do background checks every year. And I
Hmm.
have a system set up that I can tell if something has happened to a mentor, has been arrested, or something like that throughout the year. So we really do a great job of maintaining good security. I think that's important if you're doing something like that.
Hmm. And what's the age range?
So the age range is ages 8 to 21.
Okay.
However, if you're older than 21 and you need some guidance, I mean, some of our mentors have business experience, prior military experience, and so they can help with resume writing, interview skills.
Hmm.
So we don't want to just stop at 21.
Yeah.
If we're needed, we'll go higher than that.
Yeah. Hmm. How do you go into the community to canvas?
Yeah, that's a good question. And I think, for us, it's been word of mouth through our church, through being
Hmm.
connected with the school systems in Prince William County and Fairfax County. We just recently had a shoe drive that the
Yeah.
Hampton Roads area really just blew
Hmm.
it out the water. So that was a good way for us to get into
Yeah.
the community and get involved. And so it really helped us get our name out down there.
Yeah. Hmm. This is a great thing to do, especially for our young males. Uh, Teaching them how to be independent and sufficient and professional and things of that sort. Because you only work with males, right?
We only work with males, and we also think about doing practical things like changing learning how to change a flat tire or
Hmm.
changing oil on a car or little life skills that maybe your big brother or your father would have taught you, but you don't have a male around to teach you these things. And so we also do that: how to tie a tie, how to tie a bow tie, or things like that. Those are little life skills that we think we can pass on to another generation.
Yeah, this is a great resource. Um, what do you see as demographics?
So our demographics, we primarily uh, we are African American women who are single, ages 38 to about 44, and so um, I'm sorry, 28 to 44, and so that's primarily our demographic. You know, Usually there's not a male presence in the household, and so we're here to kind of fit that gap. But we are not primarily just African American organization. We have white mentees, we have white mentors, we have Asian mentors. So
Yeah,
we definitely uh, feel like if somebody wants a mentor, we're going to try our best to match them up with
yeah.
one.
So it's pretty diverse.
It is, yes, definitely, definitely. That's important. We think it's very important.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Tell us a little bit about yourself. We
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about.
And I mentioned a little bit that, and we've known each other for a long time. And so, growing up in Cleveland, uh, I'm very fortunate and blessed that I had my father in my life. I had my big brother, and I had a lot of people that kept me out of trouble, coaches and sporting events and things like that. And so, I don't have a story where I didn't have that.
Hmm.
What I have is that I know what helped me, that helped me stay out of trouble and not get arrested and things like that. I'm human. I've gotten in my share of trouble throughout the years, but having that support system has been very important. And like I said earlier, my father,
Yeah.
staying on me and keeping me out of trouble was really big for me. And so I want to pass that on to the next generation. Like
Yeah.
I think it's important for us as men to do that. And so I was, like I said, I was very, very, very fortunate because even in spite of all of that, I still got into some trouble. But
Yeah.
you know, having that support system made
Yeah.
sure I didn't, really fall behind in that way.
Yeah, and it is support systems are excellent resources. Either family support systems or community-based support systems can
Mhm.
go a long way, can
Right.
help an awful lot. And offering, for those that don't have support systems, offering a community resource that can give you that support system to help you bounce back and be resilient during times of adversity.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
When you talk about, just talking about mental health really quickly, how would you define mental health?
Yeah, that's a good one because my thought process has evolved over the years. Because when you first hear mental health, you think bipolar disease or schizophrenia and something really serious like that. That's kind of everybody's impression. And especially you think you don't, as a man, you definitely don't think I need to talk to someone. And so, but over the years, what I realized is like to focus on the health part. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we exercise, we watch our diet.
Yep.
Why aren't we watching our mental health? You know what I mean? And so I
Yeah.
think it's just another form of your all around healthiness of your body. And so
Hmm.
I think the more you can have the right people in place, people like yourself who have this great program, and you're opening people up to like get rid of the stigma of
Yeah.
like mental illness and things like that. I think is important, and not enough politicians talk about mental health either. And
Right.
so when they're running for office, they very rarely talk about mental illness, right?
It's
And
that fear
so
factor.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
Afraid
so
to talk about it. Yeah.
and
Hmm.
as men, we definitely don't talk about it,
Hmm.
and we don't, especially young ones. And
Hmm.
right now with everything going on in our country, from police brutality
Yeah.
to just COVID, and people are losing their job. I think more people need to definitely seek some help in that area.
Right. Yeah. And I'm actually glad you brought that up because mental health can be holistically defined.
Yeah,
Defined as not only when you think of mental health, a person do think of like depression, bipolar,
right.
anxiety, right?
Yeah,
But not thinking about everything else that's inclusive in that,
yeah,
maintaining positive mental health,
yeah,
working out, like you said, working out can impact your mood. Um,
right.
Eating healthy can impact your mood. Having a healthy lifestyle can impact mood and things of that sort. So being able to destigmatize that negative connotation about mental health, because that's what it is a negative connotation
Yeah, yeah,
about mental health.
yeah, yeah. And that's why, one of our core values is health.
Hmm.
And each year we do a virtual 5K walk or run because, I mean, we just don't want to stick to the month of October to get out
Yeah.
there and walk or run, but we
Hmm.
think it's important to take care of yourself as a man, as a woman as well. But definitely for our organization, we focus on health is one of our core values.
Okay, good. Yeah. Were there any challenges that you faced when you were uh, getting this organization together?
Yeah, the biggest challenge was having the confidence to step out of your comfort zone. The you hear a lot of people tell you you're not really, you don't have the qualifications, or you don't have this and you don't have that. So the biggest thing for me was just go for it, because I wrote down a business plan for this back in maybe 2016
Yeah. Hmm.
or 2015, something like that. And I just put it away. And it wasn't until my mother-in-law, she saw a program by Dr. Tony Evans called Kingdom Men. And so she told me about that. I went to go see the movie, and that really inspired me to dust off my notebook, and
Yeah.
I revised the plan, brought it to my wife, and then vice president of the organization, Greg Holmes, and the treasurer, James Smith. After my wife and my mother-in-law dissected it and told me what I should do, and so that was the start of it. But the main thing is to trust yourself and
Yeah.
just go for it. And the nonprofit part is you're gonna make some mistakes here or there. That's okay. Just keep going. Don't wait. If you have a passion to help people, don't don't stop. Just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome that you brought that up because doesn't it seem like it's often us who are in
Yes,
our own ways?
absolutely. All the time. All the time. And so you got to get past that. You know what I mean? And so you have to, find a way, trust yourself. I have over 35 years
Hmm.
of federal government experience of training, of managing budgets, managing people, developing teams. I have it, and so I just have to believe in myself to go get it. And so
Yeah.
it's many people like that.
You have to believe in yourself. And it's the anxiety about starting something new.
Right.
And especially as you get older, as you
Yeah.
become older, that anxiety about starting over or branching out and starting something new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in law enforcement for 26 years, and
Hmm.
to jump out and meet your goals or try to
Right.
accomplish your goals is pretty scary.
Yeah.
Failure,
Failure is,
failure, failure is scary.
yeah. Failure
Fail-
will keep you from
right.
moving forward, So, yeah.
Yeah. Um, and so what happens is, something goes wrong or not go as you please initially.
Yeah.
And then you think that, okay, this is it. I can't go
Right.
for it. But you have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing because it will prevail.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Mm.
And look, we started October 2019, right? And so a few months later, COVID hits. And so we had to
Hmm.
refocus our plan and adapt to a different environment. Something that
Right.
there's no way you could foresee that in the
Yeah.
initial plan. And so we actually expanded more during COVID.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
And let me ask you, has there ever been a time that you felt like giving up or?
Oh yeah. I think every business owner, and if you're a nonprofit um, business owner, you're still a business owner, and so you always feel like at times like, hey, I'm not sure if this is going to work. I'm not sure if we can do this, if we can raise enough money, if we have the right mentors, if we have the right board members, even. And so a lot of these things um, definitely make you feel like I can't do it. But when
Yeah.
you get a letter from a mom that uh, talks about what one of the mentors has done, that really inspires you. It fires you up to like, hey, let's go. We can, we have a mission. Our goal is to make a change in someone's life. We said we could make a change in just one young
Yeah.
man's life. We've done our job, and I believe we've already done that. So
Yeah.
we're doing well.
And maybe that one man or one person can push it forward and make a
Absolutely.
difference in someone else's life.
Yeah, because it'll change an entire generation if you
Exactly.
do that. So
Yeah.
we're very active in our community, and you know we've done shoe drives, like I said, and fed the homeless in December, and I think that's important. And so you can see these young people kind of getting out of their comfort zone and wanting to help people. So that's a big thing.
It's that positive exposure. You guys are
Yeah.
exposing them
Right. Yeah.
in a way that they probably would not have gotten the exposure possibly without you
Exactly.
all being a
Yeah.
positive figure in their lives.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yep. And that's our goal, really. If you
Yeah.
think about, what a man is, that part of it is, uh, making a sacrifice for other people, and so that's what we do. We believe, like, hey, we can feed the homeless, we can
Yeah.
do that, we can help senior citizens, we can do these things, and
Yeah.
and that's part of growing up.
And it makes you humble too, being
Yeah.
able to see, when you talk about feeding the homeless and doing community
Right.
outreach, it
Yeah.
makes you humble
Yeah. Yeah.
as well.
And you feel good afterwards,
Yeah.
and so you want to keep doing that, so we want to plant that seed of, you know, of,
Yeah.
of giving back. Right. And so that, I think that's really important.
Okay. Awesome. So you have two chapters, Hampton Roads and
Yes.
Northern Virginia. Those are two separate chapters, right?
Those are two separate chapters. Our Hampton Roads chapter is led by Marty Smith. So if anybody is down in that area, Marty is the point of contact down there. He's done a great job
Mhm.
of getting the rest of the guys up to speed. They've all been trained, and we're just now starting to really, as of May 1st, we just started the Hampton Roads chapter. So we've already got a couple of applications in for mentees, and so
Okay.
we're really excited about that. They are doing an excellent job of getting out there into the community and helping out. I think it's going to do very, very well down in that area.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, I do take questions from viewers, and I have a viewer question. One question was, how do you initiate discussion around police brutality and safety with these young men?
Yeah, yeah, which is really important, and it's something that, uh, as an African American man, those are discussions you have to have with your son. And if a male isn't around, then they may not get that discussion about police brutality, how to handle the police, and things like that. So what we did at a few good mentors, right after the Floyd case, we set up a picnic, and we invited a Virginia State police officer and all the moms and the young people together, just to have a group discussion about what's going on, police brutality, and also, how do you interact with the police, and what's their mindset when they are pulling you over, and that's important for young people because we have a couple of young men who just got their driver's license, so they need to know how to interact with it, and to also, we're talking about mental health, to talk about what's going on today, and how does that make you feel? And, it was a lot of people were angry in the beginning.
Yeah.
And so as we discussed this with the police officer, we realized that they're afraid as well when they're pulling people over. And so, but it was a good discussion. It's something that we're going to keep doing. We're going to keep having these discussions with the police, and just so that we can kind of bridge that gap a little bit,
Yeah.
and also just get it out in the open. Look, just have a discussion about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's excellent, excellent, Michael, because involving the police as well helps to
yeah,
normalize experiences for our children,
yeah,
normalize experiences for communities,
right,
normalize experiences for everyone. We all are kind of feeling and labeling emotions,
yeah,
anger, sadness, disappointment, and other emotions that we often feel when
yeah,
things like this happen, right? And being able to talk about it so that you can kind of decrease some of those anxieties.
right,
And not being judged
yeah,
for
exactly,
talking about how we
exactly.
feel or how we all feel about, you know,
Yeah, yeah, that's
these
true.
experiences, right?
That's true. That's true. And
Yeah.
so we definitely this year plan to do that again.
Hmm.
I know with COVID, we
Yeah.
kind of had to stop a lot of group meetings and things like that. But we're gonna get back into some group bigger discussions on, especially with law enforcement. I think that's important.
Yeah. Absolutely. How do you advertise for a few good mentors?
It literally has been just word of mouth, which in some cases, at our stage of our organization, it's very important for us to get good referrals, good community. This is grassroots
Yeah.
community mentoring. And so it's very important for us not just to advertise, but to have people kind of speak for us and to say, you know what, these gentlemen are really doing a great job of mentoring to my son. And so we really take that into effect, and that's our main way that we mentor or get the word out is through events and through the school system are the two biggest ones.
Awesome. Are you taking donations?
We definitely are. So if you go to really even our Facebook page, you'll see a link for donations through our website. Our website is www. afgmmentoring.net, afgmmentoring.net. And if we could probably post it up somewhere.
Yeah, I'm
because
gonna
a lot of
post
people
it.
get that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But if you go to the website or or Facebook, you'll see something there where you can donate.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. And I'm definitely going to post, if you have anything about donations where people can contribute, donate, if they can donate clothing or if anything like that is needed, or donate funds, what have you, I'll post that. You just let me know. I'll also post your website and everything as well.
Yeah.
Any final comments?
Well, the only thing I have really is, we always need help. We really, just like you stated, like we're trying to get the word out. Tell everyone, we're very fortunate. Right now, I have more mentors than I do mentees. No organization has that. So, but we're not always going to be in that position, but we have to keep those numbers of mentors up. So definitely reach out to me. You can call me at 571-989-2599. And that's a main number where you can reach me at. If you're interested in getting your son in our organization, I would say don't wait. You really cannot afford to continue to wait. If you believe this could help your son, if you believe that we all need a mentor, I can tell you that now. It doesn't matter who you are, you definitely need one. And so we have some of the best around. I mean, these guys that I'm inspired by them because they do an excellent job and they are really all in and they're really focused on doing it. But definitely contact us through our website. We'll post that, my email, telephone call, or if you can't do it, just donating to our organization is huge because it allows us to market and reach more people. It allows us to conduct these events in our community and eventually expand a few good mentors to other locations. So I'm really excited about it.
I'm excited about just hearing about it. Again, guys, get the word out there. A few good mentors. This is Michael Morgan here talking about the organization for young youth ages. What were the ages again?
Ages 8 to 21.
Ages 8 to 21 for your sons. And, you mentioned earlier, single parents but it doesn't have to be single parents that need this service. It could be couples that are working that need the service. So, there's not really any limitations to what this service can offer. So again, tell your friends, tell your families, whoever need this service. I will be posting the information online so that you guys can have this once the video is posted as well. Again, this is Dr. Leslie Rogers, host of Mental Health Talk, with goal of continuing the dialogue and creating awareness around mental health and destigmatizing mental health. Getting rid of that negative connotation.
That's right.
We are right. Get rid of it. We are here to destigmatize that. So, guys, I will see you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Mike Morgan, I thank you as well.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
Peace and blessings, everyone. We'll talk soon.
Okay. Thanks.